I have started over doing Atkins the original way. I'm going to share with you today what I'm eating in my first 2 weeks on the original Atkins diet. Hi, I'm Lori, and this is Lori's Journey. I do videos about my experiences doing the Atkins diet, and I share with you what I'm learning along the way. So I recently restarted doing the Atkins diet the original way, and I read this book by Dr. Atkins that was written in 1972, the Dr. Atkins Diet Revolution. This was his first book about the diet. He explains in there all the research he did and how he came about helping people get on this diet, his story about how he created it basically, and just everything you could imagine that you'd need to know about it basically. I started doing, for the last 2 weeks now, I've been doing his original plan here. And I will tell you, I've really restricted myself. My thinking in my head is just, once I start allowing a little bit of this, then I allow it again. Then, oh, well, if this is okay, then that's okay. And I've got to stop that type of thinking. So I started with his plan, and he has in here the foods that he recommends for the first 2 weeks. Now, just to be clear, this is the same diet he put people on that came into his office. The first thing he recommends, going to your doctor and getting blood work done. I went to my doctor and I had them do this blood work. What he recommends is to have blood counts, sugar level, cholesterol, triglycerides, and if you're having some issues, maybe the uric acid, but I didn't have that done. When people went to his office, he always did these blood tests and probably some more comprehensive tests as well, depending on the patient. Now, I don't have diabetes or anything like that, so I highly recommend to you guys, whether you're just starting out or if you've been doing this for a little while, check to see if your insurance covers it. Some do, some don't. But see if there's anything in your area where they can help you with things like this. We have something once a year in my area where they help people to get blood work done. So anyway, I really recommend that you get this blood work done because Dr. Atkins said to get the numbers, not just say, okay, healthy or not healthy. Get the numbers so that when you can go back in 6 months to a year, you compare those numbers and then you can say, wow, look at this change. And that's what I'm looking forward to. That is one of my goals, besides the obvious weight loss that I want to lose. So once you start with that, I'm going to read to you straight from the book what his recommendations are for foods that you can have the first 2 weeks. For meat, he says steaks, corned beef, lamb chops, tongue, hamburgers, bacon, any kind of meat in any quantity except for meat with fillers such as sausage, hot dogs, meatballs, most packaged cold cuts. Okay. Fowl, duckling, turkey, chicken, anything with wings, no stuffing though. Desserts, gelatin with artificial sweeteners. So I did get some low sugar or no sugar Jell-O. Not really a big fan of Jell-O, but I did have it a couple times. Condiments, you could have salt, pepper, mustard, horseradish, vinegar, vanilla, and other extracts, artificial sweeteners, any dry powdered spice that contains no sugar. Now, he did say no ketchup, but now we have low sugar ketchup, no sugar ketchup, all natural ketchup, organic ketchup. So I do have ketchup, and as long as you watch how much you're having, you know, don't have a full cup of ketchup, obviously. Just make sure you watch the carb content and realize that the serving size is like 2 tablespoons. So don't go and have a ton of it, but I'm having a little bit of ketchup. Drinks, water, mineral water, club soda, beef or chicken broth, bouillon, sugar-free diet soda, coffee, tea, and decaffeinated coffee. Now, I don't agree with the diet soda part because, you know, there's things that we've discovered now that they didn't know back then, but that's just my personal opinion. I've sworn off of pop completely. Every once in a while I've been having it, but right now I'm not having any at all. Fish. All fish, including canned salmon, tuna, any kind of seafood, including oil-packed and smoked, except oysters, clams, mussels, scallops, and pickled fish. Eggs. You can have boiled, fried, scrambled, poached, omelet, any style with no limitations. And he said in his book, there was a guy that had like 2 pounds of hamburger every day, and then he would start his day out with a ton of eggs. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's going to cause cholesterol. That's why you go get your blood test first. If they recommend not to do this, then don't do it. But Dr. Atkins had said you can have as many eggs as you want. And I've been having about 2 to 4 a day. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see, salads. Now this is something I found interesting. He said you can have 2 small green salads a day, each less than 1 cupful, loosely packed, made only of leafy greens, celery, or cucumbers, and radishes. Dressings with vinegar, oil, salt, dry spices, herbs, grated cheese, or anchovies, or else a sour pickle in place of a salad, plus green olives. Now, I'm having my salad with ranch. I found a low-carb ranch. That's what I'm getting. Again, back then, they didn't have things like that. So just kind of, if there's something that you can't have according to his list, look around and see. We probably have it nowadays. Butter and mayonnaise, fats. Butter, margarine, oils, shortening, lard, mayonnaise. Fats have no carbohydrates. Now, I disagree with the shortening thing. And margarine. But I have butter, and I have avocado oil and olive oil. That's my usual go-tos. Juice. You can have juice of 1 lemon or lime per day, I guess. For cheese, you can have 4 ounces a day of any hard-aged cheese. No cream cheese or cheese spreads. So you can have like the block cheese they sell. You could have string cheese, the little cheese snacks, or shredded cheese from your grocery store, whatever, as long as it's the real cheese. Heavy cream, 4 teaspoons a day. Cream has less carbohydrate than milk, so don't use milk. So what I got from the book was, and what I've been doing. All right, so to begin my day, I usually have either scrambled eggs or you could have an omelet. I made some chaffles, which is basically just eggs and cheese and maybe a little spice in there or something, and put it in your waffle maker. But usually I try to start my morning every day with eggs in some way, shape, or form. For my dinner time meal, I've had just homemade hamburgers, taco salad. Just watched it, try to have around 2 cups of lettuce, and shoot, you can pile on the meat because there's not really a limit on how much meat you can have. So now the only thing is the first 2 weeks, he recommends not to have sour cream. And then after that, you start adding in different things. So I have not had any sour cream, which I really miss on my taco salads. Let's see, then I had ribs. The recipe that I have had some sugar in it, so I just replaced it with some fake sugar. And I've noticed that was the only meal that I've had in the last couple weeks that actually had sugar originally. Let's see, chicken. I made some chicken in my air fryer, and I've done that a couple of different ways. So, you know, there is a variety there. I'm restricting myself, but yet it's not so restricted that I have nothing to eat. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I feel like I'm getting a good variety. I'll tell you, the first 2 or 3 days was really difficult. Yeah, I was pretty hungry the first couple of days just because I was craving the sweets. I don't think it was an actual hunger, but I think it was my sweet tooth was going off and my body was saying, okay, this is weird. We're not having any carbs anymore, because I didn't realize how many I was adding in. So I'm really am liking this restart I'm doing. And when I do have a sweet tooth, this is not on the list, and I realize that, but Rebel ice cream, it's just like Halo Top, but I like this better. And they have normal flavors like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. This one is peanut butter fudge. And I really like their ice cream. It's hard to find in my area. I have to travel up to a different city to go get it, but it's very good. And I've limited myself to twice a week. I can have basically 1 container a week is what I'm allowing myself. Now keep in mind, when Dr. Atkins created this, he did not talk about net carbs. So when that container said 7 grams of net carbs, it's actually about 20 grams of carbs. So I am really watching what I'm doing with that. That's why I only allowing myself a couple times a week to have it. Otherwise, I'm really sticking to this plan right now. And I gotta say it, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself that I've really been sticking to this now. We've gone out to eat a few times. I know it's going to be hard at some places to find something to eat, and especially if you go to somewhere that serves the kinds of food that we can't have on this diet. We went out to Wendy's and I got a cheeseburger with no bun and a side salad instead of the fries, which they informed me that they no longer have the side salad, but they did offer me to, basically it was their smaller taco salad they gave me as a side salad. They said that they basically discontinued the side salad, so I hope they're bringing something back soon. Usually they do at Wendy's. I've always liked them. Yeah, and then I had an iced tea to drink instead of pop. Let's see. I don't think we've gone anywhere else but fast food places. Oh yeah, my husband wanted Mexican one night, so I ordered a taco salad with no shell. And it was kind of funny because the guy was in a really weird mood. And he comes up to me and goes, "Who orders a taco salad with no shell?" And I said, "I'm doing a low carb diet." He goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Don't worry, just giving you a hard time." You know, it was kind of fun. Some people are really nervous about asking for special things. They don't need to know why. For all they know, you could be allergic to gluten, you know? So don't worry about it, because they have to do those things. If they do give you a hard time, don't give them your business. Plain and simple. That's the way I am anyway. But that's how my first 2 weeks are going on this. Oh, And once you complete the first 2 weeks, Dr. Atkins said that he would ask his patients, what is one thing that you really miss? So for like me, I was talking about sour cream. So next week I can add in sour cream. And then he said that you can tell from there each week when you add something if it's something you can have or not. So if I start to not lose weight anymore after adding sour cream, then I'll have to go back and take that out and maybe add something else in instead. But I lost 5 pounds the first week. So I'm really happy about that. And I talked about the test strips last week. It turned purple on Wednesday night was the first time that I had checked it. So when it had turned purple. So it's been purple ever since. There was one day that it wasn't, but I don't know if that was just, maybe it was a bad strip or something. Who knows? But at any rate, I keep checking it every few days. For right now, I'm going to try to do that twice a week. And as long as it's some shade of purple, then I'm in the good. And I will update you at the beginning of September and let you know how this month has gone with losing weight. And I'll let you know also how I'm doing with what I'm adding into my diet and what I am able to tolerate and what I'm not able to. So I'll go week to week and see how that goes. So that's all I have today. If this was helpful, please leave me a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notifications so you know whenever I release a new video. And until next time, enjoy the journey.